Hi, welcome to this episode of Pathway to Profit. I'm Gregory Parrish, and today I'm joined with Debbie Parrish, my mum.
Hello.
So thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
And let's just get right into it, I think. So why don't you tell us about how My Controller started, kind of like what your goals were from My Controller starting.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, originally I started out working in very big companies.
Yeah.
My experience was very different to the role I'm doing now. I used to work for Mars, and I worked for Glaxo. I spent some time in America, where I had a fantastic time, and learned so much about so many things. And basically, I think I got to the point in my career where I was always traveling. I wasn't at home as much as I wanted to be. So thought it was time to think about doing something different. And the opportunity arose, started My Controller, wanted it to be very different to the traditional accountant. So I didn't want it to be whereby somebody would just come along once a year, drop off their books and off they'd go.
Yeah.
I wanted a relationship. I wanted to be part of the team. A bit like when I was in big companies, because I used to work with people who weren't accountants. And I show them the value of what somebody who understands finance and accounting can do to help them, and try and really speak their language and not speak the language of the traditional accountant. So that was really my starting point. And I like to think that, that's what we achieve. I think if you ask a lot of our clients, they would say that we do speak their language. We do talk to them in ways they understand. We do break things down for them so that it's easy. So yeah, that's kind of a bit about me.
It's really interesting. And you mentioned that obviously you went over to America sometime. Did you notice any key differences between how businesses worked in America and the UK, or was it very much of a muchness sort of?
It was, for me, it was hugely different because I've always been quite quiet. I'm not really so much of an extrovert. Yeah. And I went to America, and everybody's an extrovert there. And in a meeting, you had to stand up, you had to talk, you had to be out there. It did me a lot of good. It was a really enjoyable time of my life. Really enjoyable.
Right. And kind of, obviously you've been doing My Controller for a while. What are some of the key things you've noticed, especially with people just starting out, that maybe people who are listening could learn from, kind of what you've seen them do that you think could be done better on a common basis?
I think the most important thing is that people get it right from the beginning. Have a clear outset of what you want to achieve from the business, and remember that you are not the business. So many people seem to think they are the business, whereas if they set up a limited company, that the two things. So I think people need to understand about what being a director means, the consequences of doing it right. And running a business isn't easy. It isn't easy, and you do need help. You do need guidance along the way. Of course, we're there to help you. And I think if you come in as a startup and you laughing because I'm dogs in the office and he's snoring, so I'm obviously very boring. So I'm going to stop it there. Next question.
Sorry about that. Probably not well planned. He's snoring away, but no.
So yeah, I think everybody's got things they can learn when it comes to running a business, and whether it be helping you with sales, how you manage your sales, whether it be about your accounting, whatever, we can help.
Yeah. And so what kind of other key areas in which you kind of get involved and you help clients? What exactly are you helping them to get to their financial goals?
It depends. I mean, we have some clients that we do absolutely everything for, in terms of accounting, in terms of managing the sales teams, so the leads, because obviously getting cash into a business is so key.
Yeah.
So whatever, whether it be, as I said, we have clients we go to on a weekly basis that we sit down with the team to see what sales they think they're going to bring in, you know, and so we can plan for the cash and the cash flow and things like that. So I'm sorry to stop. I agree with you.
But no, so interesting. So you can do everything when people want.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like my controller, the whole idea is we are your controller. So whether it be running a payroll, doing your management accounts, doing your statutory accounts, doing forecasts and budgets, we can be there. Depends what you want. And then, you know, for us, certainly for me personally, it's so much more interesting to do everything. The best for me is when we do everything.
Yeah.
So because it's interesting, and that's what I love about doing this. It's been an eye opener because I've worked in all these big companies and I had some senior jobs, but I'd actually never run a payroll until I started doing this, and that was
an experience.
An experience, absolutely. Yeah. No, so yeah.
It's great to kind of get those new, because when you do it and you're doing a bit of everything. I always find when I'm doing it, it's so interesting when you have a client who's doing all of it, all the parts, to see it all intertwine.
And also you're always learning. I mean, there's never a day. I've been doing this for years, not to say how many years, but I'm always learning. There's always times you've got to do your research. You've got to find out about things. Things are always changing. You've got to be up on the new rules and what have you. So I think even that is good, because you have to be on top of your game and you have to understand what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's fascinating to
thank you.
kind of see. But thank you for coming on.
My
It's
pleasure.
been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you
to
for
have
having me.
And I hope you found it okay. Sorry about the dog.
That's okay.
But next time I'll leave him at home. But no, but thank you so much.
Okay.
And thank you all for listening in and joining us. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And if you have any constructive feedback you want to give of how we can improve, please let us know. We always want to. Please remember though, we are still new and we're very soft-souled, so please be gentle.
No nasty comments.
Please, but no, if you could just like, comment, subscribe, as I said, and hopefully see you on the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.